Marines when he saw that his buddy was in trouble. And he came and defended him, and now they're pushing out, and they're able to break down this encroachment. And once again, this is a very smart play here. aNAi, you might think he's stupidly losing his Mutalisks here. But he's poking in, he's harassing, he's scouting with them, checking out what's going on. He went in ahead of time to soak up that fire, and yes, they are a little bit weak, but still, they soak up that fire, 120 damage, and meanwhile, these Marines with 55 health able to sit back in the back and just kind of pick things off with their massive amount of damage. And when you're attacking a force like that, it just is so powerful to be able to have some kind of unit that just kind of soaks up the damage, and it's surprising to see Mutalisks being the ones to soak up the damage. You normally use them, harass them, and run and stuff like that, but here he is still with his last two, able to soak up some damage, and that is a really nice play. And the other thing I like about, of course, Zerg and Marine, when you get these medevacs, is every single one of the Zerg units is biological. So the medevacs is able to heal every single one. In fact, medevacs are more effective with a Zerg army than they are with a Terran army, unless you go pure bio. But here he had some siege tanks, and so it's not. And with aNAi, he's able to heal every single one of his units, which is just absolutely great. Meanwhile, we'll see MouzKolll is coming back. He's trying to give some support to svither, but it looks like svither is going to be losing his main, and there is nothing he's going to be able to do about it. And this is a much huger hit. Although he does have his expansion up, and he still has his production buildings, and he was able to transfer all of these probes. So all he's really lost right now is the gas. So he's about in the same situation that aNAi was in when they took out his expansion. But meanwhile, West is quickly. Oh, it looks like West is going to lose. Oh, that was so close. West almost lost a completely full medevac, only with how much hit points left there. 12 hit points left on that medevac that he almost lost. That would have been a game breaker right there, and now he's going to be able to take, it looks like he is going to be able to take out this expansion, and I think that's going to be GG right there. I don't think there's any way that that MouzKolll and svither will be able to come back from that devastating blow. And to think that, I think this game hinged on the 12 hit points on that medevac. I think that was the deciding blow to this game. I think that if MouzKolll was able to take out that medevac right here when he had his troops here defending svither's base, I think that would have been it right there. I think that that they would have been able to save the game at that point because they were not so far behind. They had this base, but now svither has to wait for a whole new base to produce, and that just takes so long to do. You're talking about 100 in-game seconds, and that is just so long to not be mining any minerals. In the meantime, we see that, let's check that production tab and see what's going on there. We see Terran infantry level 1 is being researched for West to be able to soak up a little bit extra damage. We see roaches coming out for aNAi, so he's making a quick swap to roaches. I guess he is just expecting after that devastation that we're going to see some heavy marines, but no, MouzKolll is still building. I think he's still building marauders. He is indeed building marauders and marines as well. And this marauder is blocked. It looks like MouzKolll is actually supply blocked. I don't know if I missed some destruction there. Oh, there's an attack right there. And here we look at all these roaches that aNAi has built. So aNAi was just pumping up. We weren't watching that production tab. We should have been. He was just building up a massive amount of roaches, and that is just a huge amount of roaches there. But these siege tanks will just pummel them from a distance, so they need to pull back and watch out. Let's check this units lost tab and see what's going on there. It looks like svither lost more resources than any other player in this game, with MouzKolll close behind. So the game is definitely in favor of West and aNAi as far as the units lost tab tells us. And as far as minerals harvested, we see clearly here. Oh, svither needs to tell his troops he's focusing on his micro. There we go. He's telling his probes to get back to work there. And meanwhile, these just annoying roaches being extremely annoying. And look at this creep highway. Look at this beautiful creep highway. aNAi doing the right thing, and I think it's so important that the Zerg player, he needs to expand his creep, and he's doing that here. And here we see that there is no power for any of the gateways, and as I mentioned before, this game for me, it was over right here with the 12 hit point medevac. And there, svither has left the game, and svither's resources will be split amongst the remaining allies. And I don't know if MouzKolll thinks he's going to stay in this game. Maybe he's going to make some kind of last push, some last ditch effort, throw his troops out at the enemy, and here he goes. He's going to try to defend this base because he does pick up this expansion now that his ally has left the game, and so he's going to try to come in here, and I wonder if if he is going to pull out at any point soon. And no, it looks like he is going to stay in here, and aNAi is going to keep coming in, keep attacking, keep the pressure on him. And meanwhile, here comes the killing blow force from West, and look at all these roaches just sitting out here in the middle for aNAi that he can send in at any point in time. He's just gathering up, and there he goes. He's sending it, and the killing blow. Here it comes, and look at this MouzKolll selling all of his selling at the crucial moment where he could have possibly defended. But there he goes. MouzKolll sees the force, and he calls the GG, or doesn't even call the GG. He just leaves the game. No GG from both players, which I don't know if this was a ladder match or not. I'm not sure what the we see that there is red and blue on the field, and red and blue are the initial colors, of course, that are picked in ladder matches. I'm not sure if purple and teal are the secondary colors that are picked in 2v2 ladder matches. I've never paid attention, but if those are the colors that are picked, then this definitely probably was a ladder match. And as we know, the GGs are a lot less, a lot rarer in those ladder matches. But still, little bad manners from those players. But no big deal. Still a pretty good game. And I have to say that MouzKolll and svither did put up a very good fight. I'll admit that I knew the outcome ahead of time for this game, only because in the email where they were sent to me, the player that the friend of mine that sent them to me actually mentioned that he didn't say who won, but he said, I think that MouzKolll put up a good fight. And so when you hear something like that, you kind of know which team's going to win. So that's a shame. That kind of killed it a bit for me. But it was a good match, and they did put up a good fight. They were able to take out aNAi's expansion, and when they did, had I not heard that before, I would have thought that aNAi was definitely going to go down. But as I mentioned, I mean, this was a teamwork game, and that's where it came in. West sent the forces that were required to defend aNAi's main base and save him from destruction. If aNAi had been destroyed, then West would have been destroyed as well. But West very smartly protecting his assets, if you will, protecting your ally is it's your primary asset in a 2v2, 3v3, any kind of multiplayer matchup where there's more than one ally on your side, one or more allies on your side. That is your number one asset, is your allies. It doesn't matter if you get the best units in the game, if you get the huge army. If you don't have your allies, you will get out macroed extremely quickly, and there will be nothing you can do. So you need to protect your allies, you need to defend your allies, you need to keep them from getting eliminated. And that is also what MouzKolll tried to do, and almost very effectively. And I really still think that it came down to this one medevac. It's amazing how a crucial little thing can tip the scales like that. That medevac with 12 hit points just going down. And here I am just continuing to talk, just to kind of run the clock a bit so that players don't see how long the game is. But I mean, there you have it, my first game back, and I think I might have a few too ums in there, so please forgive me for that. But I'll try to get some more games out this week, and I promised my friend that I would at least cast one more by the end of this weekend, so keep an eye out for that, and see you guys next time.